It's tricky, isn't it? Because there's no doubt that I'll include Gooch within this, despite his propensity to stick his foot in poo and then put it in his own mouth.
He's very flexible.
He's exceptionally flexible, but it's some of the stuff he says. Anyway, but he's a very good player, so I'll include Gooch in this. Neiman, obviously Brooks is in anyway. I think...
would Phil Mickelson be in there?
David Poog, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Mickelson,
I think Phil will be in there for past champions.
champions.
So there's people who get...
Bryson, is he still on his...
And on his
This is his last. I think this is his last year.
Yeah, but surely from Masters.
Did his finish get him in?
Surely, got to.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think with all the majors
Yeah.
are slightly confusing because there are different exemption categories, like
so many.
past winners, obviously world ranking.
Yeah.
There's something about special invites to players who haven't been playing in the events which would accrue world ranking points, which would put them in position to qualify for a major automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Majors are a bit weird, because in my head majors are the pinnacle of professional men's golf and professional women's golf. Like, to get into these events, there's something about me that doesn't like the idea of an invite. Like, you should qualify for these events on merit. Now, if you agree or don't agree that live golfers should get world ranking points, that's a kind of slightly different situation. The fact is they're not playing in events which will give them the world ranking points to automatically get in.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like you should get a special invite. Like Tiger for the US Open at Pinehurst. I want to see Tiger play every day of the week if I could, but I don't think he should get a special exemption to play in the US Open.
Yeah.
Because he's not been playing golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the argument for that is, like, is he then taking a spot away from someone who could have qualified to get in, who is playing good golf, who isn't going to just last 2 rounds, arbitrarily hack it round and then go home whinging about his ankle?
I mean, the only event that is purely invite only, technically, is the Masters. Like they can invite anybody who want. They have their own criteria and all the rest of it. But US PGA, so you can qualify that as a PGA professional in the US. You can go through kind of competitions like that's how Michael Block got in last year. US Open, you can go through US Open qualifying. Obviously, the Open Championship, the British Open, you can qualify through that as well, which we're trying to make videos about. So there's routes into these events. There's just something about an invite to a major that I'm not 100% sure about.
Do you not think that they're trying to they're being like, oh, right, these guys are, not involved in the world golf rankings and stuff like this, but they are probably some of the best golfers in the world. Should we invite them to these sorts of things?
Yeah. But then it's a judgment. Like someone on a committee then is saying, okay, so Taylor Gooch, I think he's a really good player. He should get an invite.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, well, okay, fine. He is a good player. And, he's probably one of the best players in the world. He's one of the best ball strikers of our generation. So maybe he should have a place.
Yeah.
But at the same time, maybe he should play in events that are going to qualify for the event.
Yeah. No,
you knew what you were signing up for.
Yeah, well, right.
You knew what you were signing up for.
Which, again, I am willing to have the conversation about if Live Play should get world ranking points, because I think they should in some regard. But they don't.
Yeah.
So they can't qualify through that way.
So I've found the PGA Championship exemptions. Obviously, like lots of previous winners. So previous winners, last 5 Masters winners, last 5 US Open winners, last 5 Open winners, Players Championship, last 3, all the way down, bang, bang, bang. I didn't know that Ryder Cup, if you were named in a Ryder Cup team, get automatically in.
Wow, didn't know.
Which is really good.
So the PGA of America, like the European Tour, control the Ryder Cup Europe team.
Yeah.
They're kind of ish, what I mean. The US PGA is the same for the Ryder Cup team in the US.
Okay,
so it's not owned by the PGA Tour.
Stipulation number 12, which might mean that George Bryan gets into the PGA. Winners of PGA Tour co-sponsored or approved tournaments whose victories are considered official, from the 2023 Charles Schwab through to the 2024 Wells Fargo and the 2024 Myrtle Beach Classic.
Go on, George.
Could you imagine?
And then number 14, the PGA of America reserves the right to invite additional players not included in the categories listed above, i.e. Taylor Gooch.
Yeah.
Taylor Gooch
it's
exemption.
just making the field legitimate now, isn't it? Because, I mean, whoever won, you can't you can't really. It's an asterisk, isn't it? Because if Taylor Gooch isn't there, then
Yeah, that makes sense.
So is that past champions like similar to the Masters? Like once you've won it, you can play.
They tell you, they
Oh,
invite
right,
you,
okay.
or
Yeah,
they,
cool.
you get in.
So is that
That's
all,
how Tiger's getting him.
all past champions of the,
Of the PGA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, right. So,
So, like in some regards, I think that's fine, really, for me, because generally, if you're going to win that event, you're going to be a very,
So
very
why?
good
So why do
player.
they need the special exemption then?
no, that's for the US
Tiger's
Open.
for the US Open.
Yeah.
Oh right.
So
okay.
the US Open, we were talking about this earlier, is an open event, so technically anyone can qualify for it.
Oh, I see what you
So
mean.
the controversy is like, does that mean that someone else can't qualify because he gets in?
Yeah, every single major has different criteria on how to get in.
Yeah.
And I think that's good in some ways, and probably in this respect, I'm not sure. It feels a bit weird, but it's nothing to do with us. And let's say Gooch, Neiman, like they're up there at the end of the week, then fair enough, probably the right decision. But it is that idea that somebody decides to give the invitation rather than it's earned.
Yeah.
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 No,
It does,
I know,
it
yeah, I
does
know
feel a
you
bit strange.
I know.